your girl, coming in this Monday afternoon to talk to you about 5-figure launches. So if you're actually in your business right now and you've never had a 5-figure month, or even some of you aren't even at 5 figures for the year, success leaves clues. And then when we can start looking at what's working, who is actually able to use social media to grow their business and really dig into that, we can apply it into our own businesses. So I'm really excited to unpack this topic with you guys today. But first, I want to welcome you on. So I would love for you to share in the comments, because we are going to be, we're in 2 different countries here. I'm going to be interviewing Lacey today. So why don't you guys share where you live? Where are you located? City, state, province, country? Put that in the comments for us so we can say hello to you. I'd also love to know, are you doing launches in your business? Are you, even if you're network marketing, direct sales, that's how I was able to build to the top 0.5% in the company that I was with, was because every month I had a conversion event. I was launching my business and letting people know about that. This applies to any niche, any industry. It doesn't matter what you do. It absolutely applies. So let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. And also, are you launching consistently in your business? Put that in the comments for us. All right. So I'm really excited to interview Lacey Cribb. And the reason why I wanted to bring her on into my community, and some of you might be listening to us on the podcast, is because when as a coach, I always get really excited when I get to work with someone that just doesn't necessarily have the experience to go out and launch a business and get it going, but she takes the experience from her career, from her life, and she is confident in herself and trusts herself to make it happen, and is extremely coachable. You guys know I always say it takes perseverance, grit, and tenacity to become a successful entrepreneur. And that's everything that Lacey's all about. So I thought, it'd be so cool just to share her story and her experience with you guys. So from backstage, Lacey Cribb. Hi, Lacey.
Hello, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Yay, me too. Oh my gosh, thank you for being on. And like I said, I'm in Austin, Texas. Where are you at right now?
I'm actually in Newfoundland, Canada. It's not where I live. I live in Alberta, but I'm actually in Newfoundland.
I love it. You're like, just a disclaimer, you have been the traveling queen this summer. You've been fully embracing the laptop lifestyle. I mean, every time you're on a Zoom call, because we obviously work together, and you work in our programs, you're always somewhere different, but you just show up, you get it done. Like, it's absolutely amazing. And I'm excited for you to get back home soon, as I know that's coming for you. So I'm sure you're excited as well. I know you're doing a renovation right now, which is awesome. So some of the people in our audience might not know you. If you guys are new to Lacey, put new in the comments and make sure you stay till the end, because she's got a really great tool she's going to be giving you guys, okay? And you're just going to be blown away at her story and her results. So why don't we start with telling everyone a little bit about your background? Like, before you got into entrepreneurship, tell us a little bit about your corporate career.
I was heavy in corporate career. It was pretty much, I went to school, did the school thing, got the corporate career, started in corporate in 2009 and just continued into it until 21 was last year. I know it's so hard to remember years. And I just went from, being in corporate and then climbing the corporate ladder. It was where I thought I was going to be. I thought, I would be, and like anyone, and this is why I love being an entrepreneur, because I can create my own path. But my path in corporate was on my way to, executive type leadership roles. And I decided it wasn't what I wanted to do, but that's where I came from, is the corporate world. I was heavy into, building 3-year strategic plans, leading big teams, leading virtual leadership, something that I don't even know if you know, but I wrote a paper on virtual leadership during the master's program.
Every time I talk to you, you're like, oh yeah, I built that out for the company I was with. Oh yeah, I've done that before. I mean, I can't think of anything you haven't been able to say, yeah, you've had your hand in that. So you wrote a paper on virtual leadership? Is that what you said?
I did. I wrote a paper on virtual leadership. And just last year, I was even getting contacted by PhDs saying like, oh, can we like further your research? And like, it's just been crazy. So this is just my typical life, is I go hard. And when I enter something, I'm like, I'm not just going to be, at the bottom. I want to like rise up. I want to like break through glass ceilings. I want to do it all. And so I never stop.
Awesome. Well, there's some of you watching this, or you're in your job, and I know what it feels like to feel like when you're having success in your job, you feel like, okay, I'm gonna grow this. I'm gonna go up the ladder here. And you've been doing that. And tell us about what happened when the second baby came along and you started going, I think I want to stay home with them. Tell us a little bit about that, like, transition for you.
Yes, for sure. And I have two babies pretty close together. So even my 2019 baby, I ended up having COVID interrupt my mat leave with him essentially. And I went back to work just for a short stint of time and then had baby number two. And then I decided to, take a year off with her because in Canada we have some better leaves. So
Yes, you
yeah,
do.
I took a year off with her was my plan, and that would have been having me go back to work in January of 2022. And every time I thought about that, I just started getting anxiety because I
Mhm.
knew being in the corporate role that I was in, yes, COVID had kind of stunted travel and stuff, but I knew that that was going to be my role. I had a team across North America. So every other month I was expected to, travel, which is why I wrote a paper on virtual leadership. I was like, I can do this from anywhere, look at me.
I got this.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
exactly. But I didn't want to go and travel and be away from my family. I was, co-sleeping with my son. I was, the main caregiver for both of the kids, and I just wanted to be there. I didn't want to miss stuff. I didn't want to have my kids crying because they had to get up early to make it, because I had an 8 a.m. meeting or a 7 a.m. meeting or whatever that looked like, and drag them off to daycare. I kind of wanted to just get up, go with the flow, and be like, oh, we had breakfast. Now you get to go to, daycare or childcare, whatever it looked like. I wanted to just do my own thing. So it just sparked an energy in me. I just kept looking everywhere. I found almost that entire mat leave. I just kept looking. And in September, I think it was September, maybe late August, I came across your money mindset program. I think it was your masterclass where you launched ILC, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is what I've been looking for.
That's
And
so cool.
September to January was such a short window. I was like,
But
I'm going back to work in January. We're supposed to. I need to figure out like if I can make this a go. So it put me in a high gear, like I'm normally used to.
yeah,
And
this
yeah,
is my normal speed. But it's different when you have little ones, it slows you down even though you want to go even faster. And because I remember you saying like, it was like one foot was in the idea of leading, and the other foot was like in it because it was like, can I make it? I mean, you'd never done it. You didn't have an audience. You weren't already a, online marketer. You didn't already have some program developed. I mean, this was all conceptual. So for those that are out there that you're just like, I just don't know what there is for me. You'll see when Lacey shares what she built out, how she pulled from her experience, but also what she's passionate about, because she does geek out. We geek out on different things too. In Boxer, you're like, oh my gosh, I learned this cool thing. Or SEO keywords, all the things. But you're learning things and you're passionate about it, and you coupled it with your experience, but then getting really smart about what the need is out there. What do people need? So share with everyone the exploration process. Like, what did that fall look like between enrolling in Ignited Life Coaching? And was your path coming into my world, but this is for all of you to be thinking about how you can take being in corporate, or maybe you want to monetize but you don't know how, to doing it. So I really want you to focus on that, not so much that she came into Ignited Life Coaching. So when you started going through the program and started reflecting, how did you discover like what you wanted to build out?
there was a ton of self-reflection and including polling family and friends. So first and foremost, I did a reflection inside where, I was like, okay, what am I passionate about? Or what do I know first? What could I teach on? And of course, I went to the things that I had naturally done in corporate world where it's like, okay, well, I do training program development. I do communication plans. I do customer service or other things like that. Then I looked at my education, and that's where I have a master's in communication and technology. And so I started looking at that kind of stuff, and just started writing everything down. And then I started circling things like, okay, what do I really enjoy doing? Even though I was good at these things or some of those things, I was like, that's not what I want to do. Even though I'm really good at having difficult conversations with employees and putting them on, growth plans or performance improvement plans or whatever that is. I don't want to, that's not what I want to be focused on right now. So I did a little bit of that discovery. And I just kept putting stuff out there, like putting things out into the world. I remember there was a time where my parents came to visit and we all just sat around the table and like, here's your idea generation. It's like, we're going to work on it.
This is what it's like at Lacey's house. It's like, sit down, grab a pen and paper.
Oh my gosh. I have I don't want to say terrorize my partner, but he is just like, he's been my biggest cheerleader and he goes through all the exercises with me. But
I love it.
That's really what it is. It's an exercise. It's a journey. Some things are going to work. Some things aren't going to work. I kind of wrote down, if we get to it, like great, I wrote down like 3 business strategy tips and 3 tech strategy, because that's where my niche is now, and this is from, September to even this point right now. It's a journey. It takes a while, but it takes concentrated effort. And I can say with confidence, I'm a business strategy coach and tech guru. And then of course, my other stuff, but that's essentially what it is. And I have one core program that I offer to my people. But so that's taken a lot of work, but that's essentially, where I am now because of all of those exercises.
Yeah, but I mean, you did the work, and it just blows my mind how like you just get in there and you do it. But you're also good about, your family might need you. Like you've structured your schedule a little bit different right now because you're like, okay, this is where I'm at. Like you put your family first, and that's why we do this. We do it so we have flexibility to be there for our families, but then pursue something we love and helping other people. And you really are. I mean, I can't tell you how many people are like, I'm working with Lacey, and like you can just see the relief. They're like, she's got my business. She's helping me build it out. Like that's the thing that us as entrepreneurs, we are the creatives. We have this vision, ideas. We don't want to go and figure out this strategy to make a funnel convert, and that's what your strength is. And you're just like figuring it out. It's amazing. And I think you were figuring it out because it was like, what do I want to do? But then it was like, and I've got it. And now I would say you're like high proficiency, and you're just getting better and better and better. Like you're quantum leaping and you're learning. So tell everyone about you came in, you are like, okay, I'm going to take what I have. I'm going to take what I'm passionate about. I'm going to launch this. So paint the picture for your first launch because you hadn't done it before. You didn't have this huge following on social. Tell everyone how it went.
I did my first launch in January, actually. So I was able to extend my mat leave because, as you might recall from earlier, yeah, I was supposed to go back in January. I extended my mat leave. We can do up to 18 months. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a real go here. And I did my launch in January. I did a 5-day plus 3 days bonus challenge. So basically 8 days of material where I put together a PowerPoint for every day. I had a script for every day. I had a workbook for every day. So I went all in because my audience, like you said, I didn't have an audience. I was growing it. I had filled up a little bit of a group with lead magnets and stuff from, September to the time I launched, and even ran a small ad in there. But I put all of this effort in because I needed to create a trust and like factor super fast. So I put all of it in. I wrote up email campaigns, and there was times when, if people are receiving an email that's like, oh, we're going live in 30 minutes or whatever, people would think, oh, she's got this all automated. No, I was there 30 minutes before.
Yes, so we just get it done.
Yeah, which is one of my tech tips is when you're getting started, it's okay to do things manual. It's okay to do it a bit messy. It's okay to be like sending out a text to be like, oh, we're live right now. Well, it's live. It doesn't.
I've done that many times.
Yeah, and so sometimes people want it to be, and some of the clients I work with want it to be perfect and all laid out, and that's great. But if it's going to take an extra month and you're saying, you want to convert sales now, do the launch, get yourself out there in front of people and do it a little messy, I'll call it.
I love that.
Manual. It's more manual, right?
Yeah. I mean, we always, yeah, we have to remember we start manual because we've got to come up with our process. And then we're like, okay, cool, that worked. I like it. Now let's automate it. Right. And I think so many people wait to get it perfect and then they just don't do it. So you launched and you had a 5-figure launch.
Yes.
So awesome. And then didn't you launch again, but you did just an email launch and you did that. Did you hit another 5 figures or something similar?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, yeah, it's crazy. My first one, I did 5 figures, and my second one, so I have a 3-month membership program, and the membership program has pretty much stayed very, very similar for what it is. So I've just focused on, and this is one of my tips here, is focusing on maximizing one offer. So I'm taking this offer, and I am just working it like to the extreme to make it perfect, to make it makes sense in terms of dollar value for the customer or the client, dollar value for what I can bring into my business, how much, and this is all like I go through this with spreadsheets, how much percentage of what I make can go into outsourcing, like all of this stuff. I put into it, but the membership as a whole is just like kind of stayed the same. So
Right.
after the 3 months of my first one, I was like, okay, I got to do this again. Or like after 3 months, you're just going to go,
Yeah.
thrive, right?
Yeah. You want to go ahead and renew those people, get new people coming in. Yes.
And thankfully, my clients, they saw the value and I had a super high retention rate. So that helped. Basically get 5 figures again, where it's like, okay, pretty much all the clients are renewing for another 3 months. Plus, I was able to bring in some new members just by doing a nurture and like open cart campaign to my email list, which was, fairly small, but again, had built it up, had some super high open rates and stuff. So I knew that I could kind of like pick at them too. So that's kind of how I did it.
You're such a rock star. So, what are there any tips that you wrote down that you didn't get to share? Because I know you gathered those up, and that's really cool. And let everyone know. Oh, by the way, if you guys are like you're soaking this up, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to learn from her, because you want Lacey's hands on your business. If she's having success, you guys, you want to have her hands on your business. If you've been spinning your wheels and you just keep not getting to it, or you're like, I don't even know, I'm overwhelmed, I don't even know where to start. I want you to put link in the comments because we have something that we're going to send to you via messenger from my account. So it'll come into your DMs from me and you can click through and get connected with Lacey. But any other tips that you wrote down? I don't want to miss any of those.
Yes, I do have a couple. And yeah, I do. And just to add to that, I love problem solving. When I wrote down once, like what I love about my business, it's problem solving and challenges. Like, give me your problems, give me your challenges, and I'm going to generate ideas and come up with unique solutions that you might not have even thought about. And it's
Mhm.
going to be awesome for you because that's my whole.
It's gonna be awesome for you.
That's
I
my
love it.
whole thing. It's like I want to see success. I like get so sad if it's like, oh, you didn't get there or you didn't meet your goal. Like, let's figure that out.
Yep.
So looking at my notes here, so one big one that I really try to focus on, and I did this myself. This works so well for me, is pre-sell. Pre-sell your offer before you go all in. I see some of my clients are like down there. They're recording videos day in, day out. They're creating workbooks. They got their modules set up. It's all in their Teachable or their Kajabi or Gold Digger, Automated, wherever it is they're going to put it. And they're like, it's like, okay, who's going to buy that? I'm not sure yet. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, there needs to be some pre-sell that goes into it to make sure that, it's a viable, product.
Offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
offer. And so I did that. I pre-sold mine, and I actually like had a wait list, and I was like, join the wait list for $47. The $47 comes off of your membership fee. Here's everything's included. I didn't even have a contract. I didn't have a way to take payment, but I was like, I'm going to figure it out. And I know what we're going to start because I'm going to give myself 3 weeks to figure it out. I got the people. I was like, okay, the people are in. Now I'm going to do the thing. So
And
that's kind of my big tips there. And then the other one is sell high ticket first. So I know when we talk about 5-figure launches, like selling high ticket first. So I didn't want to sell anything really that was under, 500 a month per client, which my program worked out to be 1,500. And even in my head now, like I don't even picture myself selling anything for under 500, not even under like it. I wouldn't even, blink an eye at it. So
No, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
yeah. And so that would be my next tip is some people are like, well, I have this thing I want to sell for $13, but I want to have a 5-figure launch. In order
Mhm.
to do that, you have to get that in front of like thousands and thousands of people. So yeah,
Mhm.
I don't want to like do the math here now because we've done that before.
It's a lot of people
Yeah,
because of conversions and yeah.
it's a lot of people, and the people that are telling you can make millions probably have $300,000 they're spending on ads when you see your little ad that says, an ad that says sell your
Mhm.
and make millions. So that's my other one is sell high ticket first.
Okay.
Get in front of your audience, which could be a smaller audience, convert, a number of people, and you can easily make 5 figures. So
I love
that's
that.
one. And then I was going to add too so that's kind of business strategy stuff. The tech strategy
Mhm.
stuff is you need an established online presence. Like this online entrepreneur world is blowing up.
Yeah.
There's going to be a high percentage of people that try or do and don't make it. And you
Mhm.
can find them. They're everywhere. You go in, there's podcasts that are out there that all the episodes ended last year.
Yep. They had a few and then they dropped off.
Yeah, and they just disappear. And that's kind of the natural journey. There's statistics around that too about how many make it, how many don't. But if you want to make it and stand out in this big world where people are launching every other day or throwing money into ads and stuff, you do need to have an established online presence. And that means, owning your own domain, having a minimal website, stuff like that. So it's like an online resume. If people
So for those watching, Lacey, and they're just like, I don't even know where to start. I hear what you're saying. If they put link in the comments, what are they getting from you? Because I want to make sure they get connected with you to help them with that. So these are good tips. And if you hear them and you're like, I don't even know, she's gonna help you. So I just want you guys to know she's got you covered. But what is it that they're getting from you? What's the gift that you have?
So I do have a free quiz funnel masterclass right now. So that's going to it's going to be live. It's going to be, I guess tomorrow actually. So
Yay.
yeah, August 23rd at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's happening. It's going to be awesome. I partnered with Try Interact, which is a tech company. I've got one of their like master quiz coaches coming in. We're doing a combo training presentation. And other things you can look at. If you go to my website, you'll find stuff like free tech guides, like tech to get you started, copy secrets for writing copy for your website. So laceycribb.com is that.
Okay, oh, and I'll put your name up in here too.
Yeah.
So you guys, the quiz funnels, go do that with her. Make sure you put link in the comments and enroll for that because quizzes are really high converting, but they're also very attractive to people because people are very curious about themselves and it can get people engaging and grab, so go through her masterclass so you can see what she's talking about. And then you can see Lacey Cribb, just go to laceycribb.com and make sure you friend request her and say hi in DM as well. So just want to put that out there. So do you have any other tips? I don't want to miss any of your tips that you put together.
I think my last one is just basically don't try to do the tech yourself.
Amen.
And I mean, like, there's some tech you can do, there's some tech you can get a virtual assistant to do, but for some of the higher level tech, like websites and funnels and big automations and stuff, you do need a specialist. I have gone into some of my clients' works, including clients that, are $1 million clients and stuff, and their tech is a little messy. They know it's messy and it needs a lot of rework. And so start it off right. Get your search engine optimization figured out. Get your mobile optimized. I can't even count the number of websites that have gone to the mobile version. It's very clunky or stuff isn't working properly. And get Google. There's things you have to do to get Google to actually index your site or inspect your site for getting it indexed on Google, getting it searched. So I'm actually working on like big blog strategies right now for search engine optimization for my clients. And we've been doing some testing with that to get ranking for blogs, and it's a whole strategy. There's so much business and tech strategy out there that if you do it right, you can make like so much difference in your business.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you guys, if you want to charge over $500 or $1,000 or $2,000, and someone's going to your landing page to find out more, and a button doesn't work, or they're on mobile and it doesn't look right, it's instantly that you lose credibility. They're not going to turn over and hand you their credit card if something's not working, even though it seems so silly. It's true, because it doesn't feel reliable. People start to doubt you, and you don't want to lose a potential client because your website isn't working right or your landing page. So it's that important to get someone in your pocket like her. Think of it this way: you get to build your board of directors, you get to build your A team, because in order for you to grow your business, you can't be working in it all the time. You need to work on your business, and you need to be the face of your business. So creating content, connecting with your people. If you're in the weeds all the time, then you don't get to do what you're best at. And when you have someone like Lacey by your side, she's going to allow you to turbocharge your business. And that way you can really shine in what you do best. So I'd encourage all of you, connect with Lacey. You know, I know sometimes she has time on her schedule to chat with you to see where you're at, where your needs are, and she can give you a recommendation. And I'd encourage all of you to reach out to her. So Lacey, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, how awesome. Like, I just can't even express why I'm so inspired by her. And I hope that you guys are as well. I want to go over something real quick with you guys while I have you on here. You want to think about Lacey and think, I want to be interviewed by Kimberly. I want to be a success story. I want that. If you watch someone like Lacey, who a year ago wasn't even in our programs, she hadn't even gone through any of our master classes, and she went through her master class, jumped into her program. But the key is, she took the content in, she did the reflection, she did the pre-work, she did the discovery to figure out her gifts and what she was passionate about. And then she was able, obviously we guided her through that process, but we were able to figure out what she could launch, and she went for it. She went all in. Okay, did you notice that? She went all in. So results are not typical, but it's possible. And you can do that. How inspiring is that? So I also, while I have you guys, you can put link in the comments, because I am going to share my screen and go over this with y'all while I have you, because you know I like to do that. Okay, so this right here, just so you guys know, we are a month away. I'm going to see you guys in 1 month. So exciting. Just put link in the comments so that way you can get your spot. And this is what we have left, okay? This is for the conference at the Gaylord in Nashville. Get yourself there, okay? You are going to have obstacles come up. You're going to have, kids' schedules. You're going to have spouses that are like, why are you leaving? You need to come and fill your cup up. You need to stop and work on your business, get a plan, get a strategy in place, really focus on the mindset that you need to have a breakthrough, the marketing to develop your skills online so you can make money and learn how to make money, okay? And also you get to meet me, all the headquarters, Gold Digger headquarters. We're going to have all kinds of people helping out. We're having amazing, amazing keynote speakers. So platinum is sold out, but we do have gold and silver. I do recommend getting gold because you're going to get lunch both days, a beautiful, beautiful gourmet lunch. You're going to get to meet me Saturday night. I'm going to do Jam Out in Your Jammies work sesh. And so you get to come meet me Saturday night. You're going to get swag, Speaker Success Series. You're going to get lifetime access. You're also going to get to meet Erin King, who's one of my mentors, and you get to get a book signing with her. It's pretty awesome, okay? And then I wanted to show this to you really quick. You guys can go to the website and check it out. We have Erin King. We have Carrie Ford. Carrie's also one of my mentors. Jessica Higdon, Taylor Thompson. I mean, these are legends in the industry, you guys, okay? So, and Tara, one of my besties, she's going to be hosting the event, and then more and more people to come, okay? So I'm so excited to see you guys there, meet you guys, just be facilitating such a fabulous event. It's a lot of work to put this on. It's not for the faint of heart, but we know that this industry needs it and you need to be there, okay? So if this was helpful, take a screenshot, throw it in your stories and tag me, tag Lacey, let us know that you watched it. I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, get lit in your business and set your